In this video, we describe what AI is, how it can be achieved, and how in this courses that we are offering here, you can get the expertise to obtain artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is concerned about understanding intelligence and building intelligent entities. Original aim of AI when it started in late 40s and 50s was to make machines to behave like human beings in thought process and reasoning. For this, a machine needs natural language processing abilities for human machine interaction because they have to interact with the human beings as well. It needs to have knowledge representation in an efficient way where it can store its knowledge in a structured, proper way. It needs automated reasoning to answer questions and draw new conclusions from any discussions that it may have. It needs machine learning to adapt to new scenarios and detect patterns which it might not be initially told. Furthermore, we can demand more that a machine should exhibit intelligence not only in internal processes but also in external behavior. For that, it needs to interact with the objects and people in the real world, and this requires further abilities than what we have just described. That is, it requires computer vision so that it should be able to see the environment around it. It requires speech recognition to be able to understand what other people are speaking, and it should be able to manipulate objects to move around. For example, we may be talking about robots, and they may have to walk around and do other things. In AI, for doing all this, we form agents. Agents are the entities that can act. They should act autonomously. They should be able to perceive their environment so that they can make intelligent decisions. And such thing they should be able to persist in for prolonged periods of time without any human intervention. It should be able to adapt to changes, as well as it should be able to create its own goals and pursue them. And all that one should be able to do for a prolonged period of time. So such entities are called agents. Rational agent is an agent that behaves rationally. What it essentially means is that they should be able to achieve the goals that they are pursuing in an optimal way. Now, initially we started with that AI's aim was for the machine to behave in a human-like behavior, but rational agents that we had just talked about may be different from human-like behavior because humans don't necessarily always behave in a rational way. Now, so that makes human behavior much more complicated, and modeling that and trying to emulate that, in fact, does become harder. Rationality can be defined mathematically precisely, and hence we can design rational agents which will achieve their goals optimally in much easier and better way than trying to make machines behave like human beings. So the current philosophy of AI is to design rational agents. As you mentioned earlier, that AI's initial aim was for the machine to behave like human beings, but rather, since the human beings may not be the best way for machines to perform the goals they want to achieve, so currently we do not want to imitate human beings, but rather try to make rational agents. Now, to make rational agents, the machine, the agent that we are making, should have the capabilities just we mentioned earlier about computer vision and to be able to store knowledge and so on. And if the machine has those capabilities, we can make rational agents. Designing rational agents does require knowledge representation that the agent might acquire over time, because we should be able to store it efficiently and to be able to um, extract it as well. Prediction of current and future scenarios that it has to face, um, and that is done by machine learning. Also, it should be able to plan a sequence of actions to achieve the goal that it has set itself. And that uses AI search techniques as well as in more advanced scenario reinforcement learning. In our courses, we will have a basic course on AI/ML. We will also have a course on advanced AI/ML, and we will also have courses further on agentic AI. In the basic course that one should start with, we will teach essentials of machine learning and deep learning, because machine learning is one of the essential things that a machine should have to be able to become a rational agent. And also, as we mentioned, we will also describe the search techniques used in AI to find the set of goals or sub goals that machine should achieve to get the final goal. Furthermore, we will also explain how to use prior knowledge for the machine to efficiently learn, because in machine learning, in traditional machine learning that we have been talking about, especially deep learning, uh, the machine learns based on just data itself. However, providing prior knowledge can actually make the machine learn the things faster with fewer data and less computational complexity. Along with all this, we will provide the programming experience using real life data, and you will use uh, you will make programs on that for the algorithms that we'll be teaching here. Thank you very much.